Alright, so yeah, good evening. No, yeah, I'm not seeing you for a long time, so yeah. Alright. Okay, so my topic for tonight is four conditions for developing concentration and insight. Yeah, this one is found in these Samagambala Sutras, Samagambala Sutras. And this Samagambala Sutras was found in the Digha Nikaya, right? Long discourses, and then in these discourses describes four conditions that support the development of concentration. We call it samatha, and insight, which is called the vipassana, right? So we look at these four conditions in brief. Yeah, the first one is sila sampada, right? It's a moral virtue or the precepts, right? Yeah, we all know this, right? These serve as a foundation, right? Ethical conduct, and in this context, in these sutras talk about three types of precepts. You have minor precepts, middle precepts, and great precepts. Okay, so we will look at them. Usually we thought precept only one, but here we talk about three types of precept, right? So, and these precepts provides a foundation, right? So especially for ones to practice the meditation, yeah, this precept is very essential. And the second one is Indriya Samvara, right? So, it's a center straight. So we talk about here the Indriya, right? Indriya, there are six types of Indriya, they are the sense door, the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, right? And yeah, of course, through the restraint of the six sense door, right, prevents the mind from being scattered by the stimulation or outside stimulation, and of course it helps to maintain the mindfulness. Okay, and then we look at the third one also, right? Sati Sampajanya. I think these two terms are quite familiar to many of you. What is Sati? What is Sampajanya? Right? And Sati means the mindfulness, right? And the Sampajanya, right, means the right clear comprehension, 真知. So the Sati is from the root word, right? It means that not to forget. So it means that you are taking the object, continuously. So taking the what do you call this, the mindfulness of the object of mindful breathing in and out as an object, right? So you constantly stay on it. Right? This is called mindfulness. That's why people said to live in the present moment. To live in the present moments means you have to stay alert, right? On your object of meditation. So this is called the sati. And the sampajanya means to be aware of, to know the contains the qualities of your breathing. For example, take the breathing as an example, right? As you are inhaling long, right? You know that you are breathing long, right? So this long and short, and joy, happiness, these are all the sampajanya, right? So it means that you stay alert with what's happening around. Not just only focusing on your object, but you also stay aware of what's happening. So we will look at it. And then another one is santuti. Santuti means 知足, right? Contentment. Okay, so this is very important, especially for ones to practice meditation, because if your life is too much burden, right? How to meditate? So you have to, try to be contained and satisfied with your basic needs, right? Like, I mean, this one is meant for the sanghas, right? Even then, people, I believe, you also can practice like food, clothing, right, and the shelters, right? So we have to be contained with our simple living, right? And then our mind become less agitated, right, by the desire, and our mind is more readily enter into meditation, right? And okay, so these are the four conditions. We will look at it afterwards. Let's see more virtues, self-restraint, mindfulness, clear comprehension, and content. These are the four, right? It provides a very good foundation, right? And of course, these four conditions, right, is meant for the Sankans, right? Particularly those who live in the forest, right? So that if you have these four conditions, then you can practice well and live well in the forest, right? And of course, when you reflect on your own moral conduct, right, and find no fault, right, that you have not done any mistake, you have not transgressed any of these vinayas, then you feel joyous. and and then once you have joys in your meditation, then you are moving very close to the meditation. Okay, and of course, not just only that, the deities, as the Dharma protectors, they will admire you, they will protect you, right? And then, what do you call? So these are qualities. Okay, now we look at the first one, the minor precepts. Minor precept, 小戒除了习. And these minor precepts are divided into several categories, right? Besides the basic moral conduct, right? It also includes, right speech, right? You have to be gentle speech also, right? And it also said you have to have what do you call, a lifestyle of pure life, so-called Brahma Vihara, right? You need to lead a pure life, okay? These all include under this minor precept. And of course, okay, now we look at this. I think they are all together more than 20. You see, this sutta is very ancient. You see, so you find that a lot of these Vinayas is particularly meant for the Sanghas, meant for the bhikkhus, right, who live in the forest. Okay, so okay, now we look at the first three, right? The first three is particularly deal with the basic moral conduct, like for example, refrain from killing, okay, and then refrain from taking what is not given, right? And then another one, lead a holy life, right, of celibacy, right? So it means that you have to live alone, okay? And not only that, also we look at another one, talking about the right speech, okay, the right speech. And this right speech divided into four categories, okay? The first one is falsehood, right? You have to speak only the truth. Live devoted to truth, trustworthy and reliable, right? Does not deceive anyone in the world, okay? So another one is slandering, slander. Okay, he does not repeat elsewhere what he has heard here in order to divide others from the people here. Nor does he repeat here what he has heard elsewhere in order to divide this from the people there, right? And look at number 6, right? He refrain, right? Abstain from harsh speech. Okay, so he speak only the words that are gentle, pleasing to the ear. And the 7, right? He refrain from either chatter, right? He speak at the right time. Speak what is factual and beneficial. You see, so these are the speech, right? You can see that these are also very important, right? Even among the lay people, right? So the speech is very important. So we don't talk nonsense, and of course try to speak the words that is meaningful, right? And then don't speak very harsh, right? Gentle, and okay. Now we look at the rest, right? Yeah, you see the minor precepts include these moral precepts, right? Including non-killing, stealing, celibacy life, and then refrain from harsh speech. And here you look at from now on, it's more on living a very, what do you call, Brahma Vihara lifestyle, right? When you talk about the Brahma Vihara, you know that what is Uposatha, right? Talking about the 8 precepts. Okay, talking about the 8 precepts, like usually people say, 8 precepts you are leading a Brahma Vihara life. Okay, it means that you are leading a pure life, right? I think every religion has their Brahma Vihara, like the coming Muslim festival, right? They have the 1 month, what they call the fasting, and they consider that fasting as a Brahma Vihara. So it's a 斋戒 it's a month of pure life. Okay, so you lead a pure life, right? So here you can see that it's just a very brief one. It said abstain from damaging the seed and the plant, right? Eat only in one part of the day, refraining from food at night and from eating at improper time, right? Yeah, this is a fasting. Okay? And they abstain from dancing, singing, instrumental music, etc., right? And then he abstain from wearing garland, okay? And then lishing himself with scents and beautifying himself with unguents, okay? And he abstained from high and luxurious bed and seat. Okay, so this is also applicable to the lay people, right? If you are coming, to observe these precepts, okay, these parts include them, right? And yeah, in general, right, you can look at it, right? This is to lead a pure life, life of purity, lead a Brahma Vihara life, right? You have to protect the plant's life, right? Not to destroy it. And then 1 meal a day, right? Means that not having meal after lunch and avoiding all kind of entertainment, right? And not using any decorative items, right? And then, abstain from very luxurious beds and seats. Okay, then the rest we look at it. The rest is more on the social ethics, or the economic, right? For example, abstain from accepting the gold and silver, and abstain from accepting uncooked grain, raw meat, woman and girl, male and female slave, goat and sheep, etc., right? And abstain from accepting few and lame, abstain from running messages and errands, and abstain from buying and selling, right? Abstain from dealing with false weight, false metal, and false measure. I don't know why am I involved on this? And they abstain from crooked way of bribery, deception, and fraud. Okay, and abstain from mutilating, executing, imprisoning, robbery, plunder, and violence. All right. Anyway, think about it. These things happen during the Buddha's time. It means that there are monks also involving in all these things. And so you find a lot of rules, slowly enacted by the Buddhists. Refraining from monks, from doing these deeds. Okay, so you can see that these minor precepts, like the middle precepts and the large precepts, okay, they all designed, right, for a monk or monastics, right, to develop the samatha and vipassana. Okay, as we have seen, right, this sila is a foundation, right? So we need to have a strong root, right, in a meditation. If without sila, right, we cannot develop the mindfulness, right? Cannot develop the concentration, and of course, through the practice of precepts, right, we try to reduce our attachment, right? Attachment to a mundane life, right? And of course, I think the precept is so important, especially for us, to set a good example for the lay people. The reason why lay people supported us is because we observe a good precept, right? Imagine if your life is not different from the lay, Do you think the lay people want to respect? Right? It's very hard, right? Okay, now we look at another one. It's a medium precept, right? So you can see that this kind of illustration, explanation of precept is very ancient. It's very ancient, right? Yeah, you look at the medium precept. Here talk about abstain from damaging, okay, seeds and plants. Okay, and abstain from the use of stored up goods. So it means that we shouldn't store food. Okay, store food, right? Abstain from attending such unsuitable show, right? Show featuring dancing, singing, or instrumental music, right? Right. And abstain from engaging various games and recreational that are a basis for negligence, right? So you can see there is a subtle repetition. It's quite similar to the Chula one, right? And you abstain from the use of high and luxurious beds and seats. Okay? Okay, now we continue, right? Yeah. Another one is further, right? It says refrain from using various beautifying items such as all kind of right scent, powders, oil, perfume, waters, ointments, garlands, etc., etc., or elaborate clothing. I don't know why. One has to use this. Refrain from very trivial conversation about king, right? Thieves, armies, wars, everyday comfort, relationship, and ideal gossip. Avoid discussion about past, worthless speculation, and matters of gain and loss, choosing instead to abstain from such frivolous chatter. Alright. A lot I already simplified, so, but anyway, I find it interesting, right? When you talk about precept. Precept is not just about the 5 precepts or 8 precept. Elaborate much more than this, right? And you look at it, it says also said, right? You abstain from such wrangling, argumentation, right? Saying to one another. It means that argument, right? Such as you don't understand this doctrine and discipline. It is I who understand the doctrine and discipline. Right? Oh, how can you understand this doctrine and discipline? Right? Discipline and the Vinaya, right? And you are practicing the wrong way, I'm practicing the right way. I'm being consistent, you are not consistent. What should have been said first, you said last. What should have been said last, you said first. What you took so long to think out has been confuted. Right? Or your doctrine has been refuted. You have defeated. Go, try to save your doctrine. Or disentangle yourself now, if you can. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so these are all a kind of argumentative behavior, right? Engaging in this kind of doctrinal dispute, right, among the Sanghas. It doesn't help in your progress, in your spiritual progress, right? Argue, right? And then also we can see there is this claims of what they call it, the superiority, right? Yeah, I'm the best, you see, that kind of things. And then try, yeah. So the Buddha said we have to refrain from all this competitive debate. Yeah, so try to refrain from all these things. Oh. Anyway, lots of them. You see? Oh, and furthermore, he said under this medium precept, he abstained from running such messages and errands, such as engaging in running messages and errands for king, ministers of state, courtiers, Brahmin householders, or youth who committed them. Go here, go there, take this, bring that from them. Oh, don't do that. And he abstained from such kinds of scheming and talking, such as engage in scheming, talking, hinting, belittling others, and pursuing gain with gain. Right? Okay. Yeah. These are called the medium or middle precept. Alright. Yeah, you can see that this medium precept also, right, try to reduce, the world attachment, okay, to all these mundane things, and of course, we have to refrain from all these things because we want to create a conducive condition for our spiritual development. Okay. All right. Now we look at the last one, right? It's a great precept. 大戒马西. Okay, this one is more serious, right? More serious. Let me see how many. Okay. In fact, a lot, but I try to simplify it. Okay, the great precept. This great precept basically dealing with the wrong livelihood. Okay, wrong livelihood. And of course, you claim that you have a certain supernatural power, right? In order to attract people to come and give you a lot of what you call gains, okay? A lot of benefits. Huh? So you claim you have acquired certain divine, qualities, right? So you should abstain from unethical means of livelihood and practices such as prophesizing long life or fortune based on physical marks, divining through omens, signs, and celestial events, offering various kinds of sacrifices to the god, arranging auspicious date for marriage, reciting spell to bind a man's tongue, to paralyze his jaws, to make him lose control over his hand, or to bring on deafness, promising gift to deities in return for favors. Oh, to me, these are all not the Buddhist practice, and these are all the Brahmin practice. Okay, so yeah, for example, they in our Buddhist practice also, not Buddhist. You look at some Buddhist country, right, like Thailand, they are monk. I don't know whether they are real monk or fake. I don't know. You see, they will read, your palms, or read, certain physical marks on your body, and they can tell the fortune. Okay, based on these physical marks. This is one thing, and then of course they are good at interpreting what they call the omens. Okay, and then they're also good at astrologies, and I don't know, or dreams, and things like that, or predicting, or now meaning how long you can live, right? Predicting the lifespan, right? And of course forecast the fortune, right? Yeah, so sometimes we have to be mindful, when monks are doing all these things, right? But of course, generally, you look at Sri Lankan monks, you see they give you a blessing on it, right? For general blessing, but not to give you fortune, tell you the fortune, forecast, not like that, huh? And of course, you look at this first one also involving, certain kind of ritualistic practices, okay? Like this one is very Hindu, right? For example, you are performing offering to the deities, right? And this is one thing, right? A lot of offering to the deities in the hope that you get something in return, right? In your return. And not only that, also here is also said, you arranging auspicious dates, right, for your marriage, etc., etc., right? Or you want to move a new house, like people said, Bhante, you have any dates for auspicious date for moving a new house, or auspicious date for for marriage, I said every day is a good day. Isn't it? Every day is a good day, you know. If not, then this is also prohibited by the Buddhists also, yeah, because we don't encourage superstitious belief. And then what else? Yeah, these are the things, right? And then not only that, also we see a lot. Anyway, I already cut short. If you are interested, go to the Samagapala Sutta, Swami Nikaya. There's a very lengthy explanation on everything, right? So these are the three parts. You have the minor, middle, and the large precepts. Okay, so further, the Buddha says the bhikkhu who is thus possessed moral discipline see no danger anywhere in regard to his restraint by moral discipline. He experienced within himself a blendless happiness. In this way, bhikkhu is possessed of moral discipline. Okay, so these are the benefits of one's observing these three categories of precept, right? Minor, medium, and the large, right? Yeah, foremost, you have freedom from all kind of danger, right? You have no fear. Okay, you have no fear. And you have, of course, a very clear conscience, right? And then you also get a blameless happiness, right? Nobody will blame you, right? And of course, like we have said, right, sila is the foundation, right? So you have a very strong root, a very healthy root, right, for your spiritual growth. Yeah, of course, here referred to the concentration and the insight. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is the first condition. Okay, now we look at the second one, restraint of the sense faculty. Right? So this one not only apply for Buddhist monks, lay people also, right? You want to grow your concentration and insight, right? So the first one is the sila. Okay, it's a sila. That's why you have to observe that precept, right? That precept, right? That precept against that tell you have to lead a pure life, right? One meal there, you have some. If not, 早上又射，中午又射，夜晚又射，哎，好辛苦個死。All right. So you look at this restraint of the sense faculty. Right. So when we talk about sense faculty here, refer to the six sense door, right? Is a sense eyes, ear, nose, stomach, body, and mind. Okay, and with their corresponding six objects. Okay, for example, the eye is seeing the form, right? And sounds, smell, taste, touch, and mental object. Okay, so yeah, and how? What is the method of restraint? Okay, if you read this carefully, right? It said not grasping, having seen a form with the eyes, okay, for example, right? The bhikkhu does not grasp at the sign of the details, okay? Does not grasp the signs of the detail. So this is the first one. What is this signs? What is this sign? The first one, the sign. Sign here is referred to the nimitta, right? These signs can be referred to a general appearance, like for example, right? Not grasping as a form, you are not grasping, not attached, or not clinging, right, to a male or the female form, right? And because you are grasping to the female form and grasping to the male form, right, that will lead you to suffering, right? So this is the sign, okay? So we see everything alike. We see these are general characteristics, okay? It means that just simply observe, a general sign, not to distinguish, this is a female form, that is a male form, right? whether that person is beautiful or not. You see, just look at it generally, okay, without any discrimination or differentiation. Not that is to say, not go into the details of it, and not only that, also it says all the details. What is the details? The details here refer to a specific feature. For example, say like if you are not, what are the features? For example, any features. Say for example, if you are seeing a man or seeing a woman, for example, right? You are not just only seeing the sign of it, but you also will go into the details like what, whether the eyes is big or small or beautiful or blue, or whether the lips are rosy. Yeah. So these are the details of it, right? These are the details of it. Or you will see whether the head is very, very smooth, right? Or the feet is smooth, that kind of things, right? Yeah. So these are the details. So not going into the details of it. And then it says that if he were to dwell without restraint over the faculty of the eyes, then even unwholesome states such as covetousness, right? That kind of desire, the greed, or the grief might assail him. Right? He practices, restraint, guards the faculty of the eyes, and achieve restraint over the faculty of the eyes. Okay? Yeah, so when we talk about restraint of the sense faculty, so it means that not go into the general and the detail, not go into the sign and the details of the sign. I don't know, maybe this probably could be our practice. That's why I don't see people also sometimes. Even after several times, I still cannot recognize that person because I did not see. So if you are seeing that person very detailed, then you see, I remember you. A lot of people call me, but you still remember me. I say, I'm not. If I said no, I can't, then the person will feel sad, right? Yeah, I said sometimes I have to be a little bit of Musamman in order to please them. Yeah, because it's sometimes very difficult because lots of people come, and they come very now and then, and I cannot remember them or I cannot identify them because when I was young time, yes, I'm very good at their name, but when I become home, I try to listen myself. So this is also could be the reason why. First of all, I cannot remember their name. I cannot remember their feature. And to me, everybody look alike. Yeah. So that is also another good practice. You have no friend. Okay. Yeah. So I think the purpose of it is just to maintain the mindful awareness. So maintaining the awareness of the senses, right? At the level of simply seeing, or smelling, etc., right? Without any comparison or discrimination, right? So in that way, right? The sense soul will always be protected, right? So then your mind will attain peace. Okay, so this is the restraint of the sense faculties. All right, now the third one, mindfulness and clear comprehension. This one is quoted here from the suttas, and it says how to practice mindfulness and clear comprehension. It says the bhikkhu act with clear comprehension. So there are these 7. But it said when you are going forward or returning, right? It means that when you're walking towards, or when you're coming back, journey, right? This one is more on the moving side, moving when you're walking. So you have to maintain the sampajanya, maintain the right clear comprehension. Okay, it means that when you are moving, you are moving. When you are walking, you are walking. Okay, and then the second one, this one refer to the daily activities, right? Besides walking, moving, you also looking, right? Looking around, looking ahead, right? Or looking aside. Okay, so you have to stay alert, right? And then another one is bending and stretching the limbs. Okay, so that one is more on the physical movement, like you are stretching or bending, right? And the fourth one is wearing his robes, okay, and using his arm bone. Okay, so it means that this is referred to the sanghas, right? How to handle, the requisites like the ropes, okay, and the bowl here referred to the bowl, right? And then the fifth one, eating, drinking, chewing, and testing, right? So here referred to consuming the food and drinks, and then another one is in defecating and urinating. Okay, so you have to be mindful, right, and to have a clear comprehension. And the last one is going, standing, sitting, lying down, waking up, speaking, and remaining even silent. Okay. Yeah, when you go for retreat, right? Besides sitting meditation, right? Or then you have to apply the mindfulness and clear comprehension on this aspect, daily activities. All this requires mindfulness and awareness, right? That's why when I was choosing a place for setting up Brahma Vihara, I have in mind that I need to acquire a big piece of land. That big piece of land is not to build huge temple, but to create that kind of growth atmosphere, right? It means that allowing people to stay, in a monastery, they can work, study, they can experience in a monastery. You see, if you look at the Buddhist time, like in the Jejavana and the bamboo grove, you see, imagine, you are not just, few months there. During the Buddhist time, you're talking about over 1,000 bhikkhus staying in one big monastery. So imagine that the lane is so huge, right? So allowing monks, to move around, right? And of course, and you see also in the commentaries, when talking about this clear comprehension, it explained as fourfold, right? These are the explanation by commentators, right? Recording in the commentary, it says the first one, understanding the benefits of the action, right? So say for example, in your walking, what is this action? Benefits of action is from the sat, atta, attaka, sampajanya, right? Atta here means the meaning, okay, or the benefits, li, right? Sampajanya means the right awareness, right? So the sa, attaka, sa means possessing, okay? So it means that you possess the beneficial, the right awareness, okay? So in this way, you have to understand the benefits. Why you have to walk? You have to understand the benefits, okay? So, for example, if you are, it says in the commentary that, for example, you are going to visit the shrine hall, right? Or you are coming to Sudama, right? You are coming to Sudama because you want to come here, to listen to the dhammas, right? To practice meditation, and right, and to do chanting, okay? So it means that you are coming here with the purpose, right? So then you know that you are coming here, you'll be guided properly, right, in their spiritual path, right? So coming to Sudama, definitely, right, is beneficial. Okay, you are not coming here to gossip, right? So you are coming here coming to the temple is one thing, but you are coming here to gossiping. That is not the right awareness, right? This is not beneficial, right awareness. Okay, or say like a lot of examples like usually temple, right? They will host a meditation retreat, right? So if you are coming to the temple, to join the retreat, right? To experience what do you call it, practice the meditation, right? Or then this participation of retreat is definitely beneficial. All right. Okay, so this is one thing, right? Understanding the benefits of the action. Then the second one, this right awareness, also involving the suitability, right? Sabaya, sabajanya, suitability. So yeah, besides benefit, you have to make sure that whether you are coming here suitable or not. Yeah, it means that when you are coming to a temple or any places, right, it is not just to know whether it is beneficial, but you have to also consider whether it is appropriate, right? And because not everything meaningful is suitable to be done at any time or in any place. Like for example, here also it says in the commentary, it says like for example, if you are visiting a monk, right? Visiting monk definitely is very, very meaningful, right? Because the monks can teach you what is good and what is bad, right? And of course, if you are hearing the teaching from Buddhist monk, right, you can increase your wisdom, right? And that kind of visit to the Buddhist monk is definitely beneficial, right? So, but of course, if the monk is resting, for example, right? Resting, for example, if the monk is resting, then if you visit the monk, right? So that's quite not suitable, right? Yeah. If you're asking, what do you call it, the question from him, right? So that's not suitable, right? Again, you see. And then the third one, the understanding the range of meditation, right? Meditation. See, the range here refer to the gochara, so keeping the mind constantly in the meditating frame, even when engaged in action. So it means that at all time, whether you're walking, drinking, so you have to place the practice of meditation as a top priority in your mind, right? When walking, like for example, if you go out, right, I still attain, right, to my breathing, for example, right? As you're walking, you attend to your breathing, right? So not just only sitting meditation, but even walking also, you attend to your breathing, right? Or even eating also, you attend to your breathing. This is called the gochara, right? You understand the range of meditation, right? So it means that you have to keep your practice continuously. Not just only sitting meditation, when you on the meditation, you forgot. So it means that you have to maintain the mindfulness at all time, right? And the last one, this one is more on the vipassana, okay? Vipassana, understanding without delusion. It means that with right understanding. This one with delusion, here basically referred to the contemplating on the impermanent, okay, or non-self, especially in the Buddhist practice. So, for example, if your mind is deluded, you always see that it is a self. I, I want to do this. I want to do that. You see, usually that right? You will attach it as a self, right? Um, the foolish people usually we cling to that I as a self, isn't it? But in the practice of meditation, right, we train, right, to analyze so-called the I is none other than the composition of the five aggregates, isn't it? Right? Um, so like here in the commentary, it's also said that, like for example, if I'm walking, right? I'm walking. There is no so-called I or individual or the person or the soul that walk, right? So in the Buddhist training, the Vipassana training, right, you will be taught, right? It is a process of wind element, right, that originated from the mind, arises. So it's a process of the wind's element, right? So, and that wind's elements also produce the bodily action. That's why your body can move forward, right? So it is not the I want to move, that self move, but it's just a wind's element, it's a process of wind's element, right? That moved forward. Okay, so you understand that this is just an example for it. So in the practice of Vipassana, we were taught to analyze five aggregates, the 12 sense field, right? The ayatanas, right? We were taught 18 dhatus, okay? And furthermore, in Abhidhamma, they analyze, an individual into the 81 elements, okay? A lot, right? So you can see that all these analysis, right, involving, right, the analysis of it's just a process of the composition of an entity. Right? It means that through this analysis, there is no I, there is no self, to see, to realize, the non-self. It's just a process only. It's just a process of body and mind. Okay. Yeah. So this is you can see the elaborate explanation on the Sampajanya. Okay. Now the last one is containment. Okay, the containment. 知足 and containment. Here the containment, it says that a bhikkhu is contained with ropes, or here it refers to the four basic necessities, okay? To protect his body and arms to sustain his belly. So wherever he goes, he set up taking only his requisites along with him, just as a bird. Wherever it goes, flies with its wing as its only burden. In the same way, a bhikkhu is contained with the ropes to protect his body and arms food to sustain his body. Right? So you have the ropes, right, and the food, etc., etc. Right? Yeah. So here refer to four types of. One is the ropes, arms, food, and the shelter, and the last one is yelapajak, meaning medicine. Okay, so you only need these four. And we look at this, for a bhikkhu, there are four categories of necessities: clothing, food, a place to sit and lie down, which means residence. Another is medical provision needed by the sick. A monk is contained with these four kinds of necessities, satisfied with food that fill the stomach and clothing that protect the body. Okay? Yeah. Besides, you see, here also talk about containment with personal belonging. So how many? So the Buddha permit monks to possess essential personal items. It's very simple. Of course, you can elaborate, right? But these are the eight. The Sankati double ropes. You know Sankati? Sakati means the double ropes. Okay, the double rope. You see, for certain event, you see the senior monks, they're put on the sakati, right? Sakati means the double layer. Uh, this one is only one layer. Imagine it's a double layer. It's very thick. So it's very thick. Okay. Then of course people may ask, what is the significance of this sakati? Of course, you look at it, the very thick. It's very good as it can serve as the blanket also. Especially when you travel, right? You don't have enough the blanket, then sakati definitely perfect for your for your the blanket. Okay, but of course, it can be used in many ways. Okay, of course, this is one part of it, right? I mean, this one is to protect the body, huh? Especially during the Buddhist times. You find it in the winter, right? So if it is very cold, one rope is not enough, then you can put on the double ropes. Okay, when you have the double rope, it's good enough. It's just like your sweater. What do you call it? No? Like a whole year. Yeah. Yeah. Or if not enough, you try to wear another sakati. You see, so imagine that you have so many layers. That's more than enough. That's good for the protection, right, of the body during the winter. And of course, besides the sakati, besides the protection of the body, it also can be a symbol of precepts. Okay. Yeah. You can see that monk wear this sakati, right? Is their commitment to uphold precepts, right? And of course, when monks are wearing sakati, you can see, this is our symbol of our sangha identity, right? So of course, wearing the sakati also reminds us, right? To keep the precepts, to maintain the purity, right? And of course, to work hard, right? Diligent in our practice, right? Yeah, so it has that function as well, right? And of course, wearing sakati is also a reminder for us, to lead a simple life, right? The contentment, right? Remind us we have to be content, okay, with our living, right? Okay, so it's the first one. And then you have Uttara Sangati. Uttara means up. Sangati means attached. So this one is called Uttara Sangati. And then you have another is Antara Vasika. Antara means lower. Vasika means cover. Okay, so cover the lower. So this is called the sarong. And then another one is butter, the bowl. And then another one is a small knife for cutting wood. Small knife. Monk especially staying in the forest, so they need this small knife. And you have also needle and thread, right?
Soon.
Yeah. Torn it with sword. Yeah. And then another one is belt, right? The belt. We have belt also. And then another one is a water filter. Why water filter? Huh?
Water from the stream.
Yeah. They'll filter the water. So these are the 8 necessities items, right? So we are quite contented with this, and of course nowadays our life become more and more complicated, right? However, we have to remind ourselves, right? If you want to practice well, right, in your meditation, right, keep as simple as possible, right? Okay, talking about simple living, right? The Buddha says that the monk is contained with the ropes that protect the body and the food that sustain him. Wherever he goes, he simply stays with them. So there's a very good example. That's why they refer monk as the bird, right? And the lay people as the peacock. White pickle. White leg. 真係勁white leg. You see, big white leg, so they can fly. Okay. Alright. Okay, balance. Yeah. Yeah, just like a bird with wings, no matter where it flies, it only carry its wings. Similarly, a beagle is content with just the clothing that protect its body and food, etc. So wherever he goes, he carry only this. This is how a beagle is truly content. Okay, so these are the 4 conditions, right? If we practice this 4, I think this also applies to the lay people, right? So when you come for meditation retreat, try to keep as simple as possible, right? Put everything aside, not even to hold the handphone, right? Put it aside for the 9 days, 10 days, and you can see a significant progress, right, in your meditation. If not, then it's just a waste of time. Just damn brutal only, with no any spiritual progress. Okay.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.